So the Washington Commanders media was talking to Ron Rivera yesterday, and they asked him about benching Sam Howell and what is the leash on Sam Howell. Ron Rivera said this. You'll hear his response following the intro.
How I feel? Relax. What I want?
I love the way she rockin' it. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she poppin' it, the shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty's no beginner. She's confident. I love the way she move it.
And in terms of Sam, I mean, I think because the way the game was unfolding, it was a question of, well, you know, should he get taken out of the game for whatever the reason, even if it was just to protect him. And obviously, there's been some talk on the radio and elsewhere about should you make a switch. One question we've had all along is what's the leash for Sam? For you, what? I mean, not suggesting it's this game, but for you, what is that scenario? Is there a point where you?
Well, right now we are 2-1. Right. Sam's won 3 games and 4 starts, so we'll just continue to go. We kept because we felt Sam, the only way he's going to grow and get better is to play. And that's why we did what we did.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video where we're going to be talking about Ron Rivera responding to Washington Commanders media when they asked him about benching Sam Howell, or what is the leash on Sam Howell. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So yesterday, and you see the side I made, because come on, bro, y'all saw the response on or after the intro, right? Yesterday, DC media, Washington Commanders media, spoke with Ron Rivera, and one of the reporters asked Ron Rivera basically about, did he think about benching Sam Howell, or has that thought came across his mind, or what is the leash on Sam Howell? And Ron Rivera said, well, you know, we're 2-1, and that thought basically hasn't crossed my mind. And I just want to say, I wish they let the Washington Commanders fans and content creators ask the questions instead of the DC media, man, because I promise you, we would ask, not only would we ask the questions that the fans want to hear, but we would ask more logical and reasonable questions. Because why are you asking Ron Rivera after the 3rd week with his 23-year-old quarterback about benching him, or what's the leash on him? Why are you asking that? Not only why are you asking that because of those things, but we're 2-1. We're a 2-1 football club. It's not like we're 0-3. It's not like we're 1-2. We're very well still alive in this season. There's still a lot of season left. That's another reason. And then on top of that, a little bit of research here. You know, I come with the research. If the Washington franchise, and I understand it's a different regime, but if the Washington franchise didn't give up on Kirk Cousins, a 26-year-old Kirk Cousins, after he threw 4 interceptions to a New York Giants team, what makes you think they're going to give up on a 23-year-old Sam Howell after his 4th career start? I feel like a lot of people forget that because of the success that he had in those first 3 games. A lot of people want to forget this is his 4th career start. A game like this was bound to happen. And the more I look at the game and the more I draw away from it, I'm glad it happened. Okay, and I'll probably make a separate video on this too. But I'm glad it happened. And I'm glad he got it out the way earlier. I don't expect Sam Howell to be that bad again. But this video is to basically just talk about the DC media and this whole thing, and just kind of make them think and use their head. That question shouldn't have been asked. It was pretty dumb, I'll be honest with you. Because again, we're still early in this process. There's no benching Sam Howell. And if I'm Ron Rivera, there's no benching Sam Howell anyway, because there's no win for you in that. If you bench Sam Howell and we flame out, you're gone, right? We're going to be picking a quarterback next year and you're not going to be here. If you bench Sam Howell and Jacoby Brissett comes in, and let's just say Jacoby Brissett does good and take us to the playoffs, which I highly doubt happens, but let's just say he take us to the playoffs. That is not a sustainable quarterback winning culture there. You're not going to be able to sustainably win games and have winning seasons with Jacoby Brissett as your quarterback. So that's a loss in itself, and you probably still won't be here because, again, we don't have a quarterback, and nobody is riding their future with Jacoby Brissett. So again, I'm glad, I'm actually proud of Ron Rivera for his response and what he said about this, because, you know, back then, a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, Ron would have probably said too much, but he actually answered the question well and handled it how it should have been handled. Again, if anybody know somebody from the Washington media, man, tell them reach out to Juan Gotti. Tell them reach out to all the other content creators. We gonna ask real questions and legitimate questions that people actually want to hear. Not this after week 3. Okay, it'd be different, and I still wouldn't agree with it, but it'd be different if we at the halfway point and Washington is struggling. Okay, it'd be different. But even still, you wouldn't bench him, because I don't think Jacoby Brissett is going to win us enough games to take us to the playoffs. You know, and I want to speak to the fans, because I'm actually proud of y'all too. For the most part, and there's been a lot of fans that's been on the same accord, but there's been a few that's been like, start Jacoby Brissett, Sam Howell sucks. But for the most part, a lot of y'all are logical right now. A lot of y'all are realizing this is his 4th career start. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be bumps in the road. So clap it up for y'all. Clap it up for y'all, because I'm proud of y'all, honestly, for realizing that this young guy is going to go through trials and tribulations. He's going to have a game where he throw for 5 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, and he's looking like the franchise quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I promise you he won't look this bad again. Now, I'm not saying he won't throw an interception, he won't fumble, he won't make a bad read, miss throw. That's going to happen, but I'm promising you that won't happen again. Okay? But to the DC media, to that person that asked the question, I want to ask you this. Why would it be smart to have a leash on Sam Howell? Because Ron Rivera is in win now mode? Okay, he's in win now mode, but is Jacoby Brissett going to win him games? It's not a guarantee that happens. And for all the people that think Jacoby Brissett is this game manager and won't turn the ball over, look at his preseason. Jacoby Brissett will turn the ball over. Your best case and your best way to win is with Sam Howell, riding with Sam Howell. And I believe Ron Rivera knows that. I believe Ron Rivera understands this could be his last year here in Washington, so he has to hit on a franchise quarterback. And he realizes even if Jacoby Brissett came in and had some success, that's not sustainable. Jacoby Brissett is not my franchise quarterback. So either way it goes, I have to make this Sam Howell thing work. Even if Ron Rivera, and I know Ron doesn't want to do this, but even if Ron Rivera was to give up on Sam Howell, he can't show it, or he can't pull him. Because again, you're not going to be successful in your backup quarterback. So it's ride or die with Sam Howell. And Ron Rivera sat down with Cheek from WSA 9. And he talked about it, man. This is his 4th career start. He's a young guy, young pup. I still believe in him. Sam Howell said in his press conference, Ron Rivera said he still believes in him. He's behind him, and he's going to help him get better. And Ron Rivera even spoke to everything around him, because a lot of people got to realize, yeah, Sam Howell's going to be the one that gets critiqued the most from this game because he's the quarterback. And he had 4 interceptions. But it wasn't just him. Andrew Wiley, hello. Charles Leno, hello. Interior wasn't that bad, but running game, hello. Eric Bieniemy, hello. Antonio Gibson, hello. Like, as bad as Sam Howell was, we did not do a good job collectively of helping him. Okay, we didn't do a good job of collectively helping him. So we got to be better. And a Philadelphia Eagles team that, yeah, they won yesterday. Their defense was good, really good yesterday, but their offense still struggling in my opinion. So we got a Philadelphia Eagles team that we're traveling to up the link, and I feel like it's a very winnable game. And if we go into Philly and win, we're going to be able to wash our hands clean, and nobody's going to be thinking about this Buffalo Bills loss no more. Nobody's going to be thinking about that. So again, this is going to be the last day that I make any videos regarding the Buffalo Bills game, because after today, we're now on to Philly, and it's time to lock in. More of the story, DC media, please add. Where JP Finley at? Where JP at? Where John Keim at? You know what I'm saying? Where those guys at? I never have a problem with JP or John Keim. It's always the other ones that ask these questions. That is, for one, again, the question itself was bad, but what was even worse was the timing. It's week 3, man. If you would ask, like I said, if you would ask us at week 8, week 9, week 10, and we're still struggling, Okay, but I still wouldn't agree with it, but okay. But you're asking this after week 3, after we're 2-1. We're not the Giants. We're not the Bears. Well, we're 0-3. We're 2-1. And you're asking about a leash on Sam Howell? You're asking about, have you thought about potentially benching him? Come on, dog. Come on. And I want to speak to this and we'll get out of here. Ron Rivera talked about why he didn't pull him in the game, you know, after late in the game versus the Bills, after it was obviously over. And Ron was like, he wanted him to, you know, see this through. He wanted him to get the experience and him to get some good throws off and make some good plays to get some type of confidence to build up into Philly. And I felt like that was the right decision. Now, I understand Sam was getting beat up, hammered, and all of that, but if this is going to help him carry this confidence that he built, you know, late into that game, allowing us to get 3 points, you know, in the grand scheme of things, I think that means he will, you know, obviously have confidence headed into Philly. But again, it's no guarantee that that's going to happen, but I would rather that be the case than him getting, you know, benched or pulled and him being down and stuff. No, Sam Howell doesn't seem like that kind of guy, obviously, but you never know. And I feel like Ron Rivera made the right call. And I feel like Ron honestly pushed all the right buttons on Sunday, from going for it on 4th down early, from not pulling Sam Howell. I feel like Ron Rivera was actually the only coach that was pretty smart last Sunday. And a lot of people don't want to give Ron this credit, but I will. But with that being said, let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comment section. Y'all saw the clip earlier. How y'all feel about the DC media asking Ron Rivera about potentially benching Sam Howell, and what's the leash on Sam Howell? Let me know what y'all think about that down below in the comment section. As always, it's me and boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so please help me get there as soon as possible. Stay tuned for later this week. I will be announcing the giveaway winner of the Terry McLaurin jersey, so please, please, please stay tuned for that. See y'all later.